Hey crew, it's Pitt, and I'm back with some more MBTI. Today we're going to be doing some more typology. This is Selena Gomez. Now, my kids grew up with Wizards of Waverly Place, and I'm interested to see what she's become as a person. I haven't really paid attention, and so this is going to be interesting. Quick rundown on how the typology works. We are looking whether you are either things or ideas, whether you gather or organize that, whether you do it for yourself or for the tribe, whether you're controlling or movement on it, and whether direct or informative. Let's dig in and see what she's got.
Know what it was going to turn out to be, but it was stunning.
Are you shooting on a backup camera just in case?
No.
iPhone or nothing?
I just kind of, let's actually randomly skip a little bit farther ahead. We're just here for her personality, not for the whole interview.
Inauthentic is a better word, because I feel like I've always been who I've been. I've never really hidden anything, and I take my moments, step back a little bit, and just let life go. But then, I don't know. My phone is ringing. I'm sorry.
Huh. It's okay.
Oh, it's okay. It's an 888 number. Do you want to answer this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What are they trying to sell you?
I don't know. Hello?
That's interesting. That she would actually answer the phone in the middle of an interview. That's interesting. Like, even if it is just a spammer.
Hello?
This is not a solicitation call. Hi, this is the Credit Card Holder Awards Center from Visa MasterCard.
Oh, no.
You might have won something. You should have stuck around.
Stop. Sorry, I got distracted.
By the way, real fucking problem that we all go through.
I know, that's so weird.
I get at least...
That was actually gave me a new ideas type of feel, right? Like, the fact that she would stop the interview to answer a spam call is, like, that's looking for a new something. Now, she seems to be very comfortable in this situation. This is not her first time on here. This guy is very friendly, so she's in a comfortable position.
7 calls a day. And every time I get excited, oh my God, somebody's calling me. Could be big news.
Yeah?
No.
No.
It's insurance looking for something. Or
My favorite is when I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm going to have all these messages, and I'm like, nothing. I'm like, great, I'm so loved.
telemarketer after telemarketer.
Seriously.
Okay.
I'm sorry I interrupted.
No. Look at her now. And Lose You to Love Me. A chapter in a larger story that's coming in this album?
No. It's actually just kind of summing up one part of me. And then the rest of it is it's just me having a really good time talking about real things and vulnerability and strength. And, there's a song that I basically said I can't let myself let me down, And I wanted to kind of interpret that as like every time I feel bad, I always end up going into this spiral and I just feed it. And I've learned over the years to take a step back from that and try to rewire your thoughts so that you're kind of more focused on what it's going to turn into.
That seems to be very much ideas focused. It seems to be fairly self-focused, but she's talking about herself, so we'll look for some more confirmation on that. It seems to be new ideas. I'm looking very much at an NE situation here. So we're not nearly done typing yet, but that is where I'm leaning.
Because, one of the worst moments of my life ended up being the biggest blessing of my life. And I think that's strength. I view that as...
That right there gives me another very NESI vibe, right? Back that up just a bit.
Because, one of the worst moments of my life ended up being the biggest blessing of my life.
All right, so she's talking about the worst moment of her life, that's SI. Wound up being the best blessing is a new idea to pull out of that.
Life. And I think that's...
Or an organized idea, right? Because it was the best...
Strength. I view that as that. And I'm really grateful for those things because I can turn it into something good.
How do you get there? How do you get to the point in your life where you have the ability to turn your weakest moments into your strongest?
Honestly, I'm not that strong. It had to be the people that are around me, 100%.
That's a tribe give back, right? That's more of a lean into the tribe situation. Let's back it up.
It had to be the people that are around me.
So she's saying it wasn't really me, right? She's not really remembering exactly how that happened. She's not remembering, like, that's not an SI dominant. She's not like, yes, this, right? That's not, she's more like, yeah, I don't even really know how that happened. Very interesting.
100%.
That gives me, again, a more NE feel.
And being able to also have my fans support me. And I'm not meaning that in a typical way where everybody says that. I had to get up because I wanted to get up because of them.
That's very tribe-centered.
I feel that they're a part of me because I started so young, and then being on my show into now, and I've grown up with people, and there's just a huge point in my life where I'm like, I can't keep being knocked down. I can't, for the sake of everyone that's brought me through all of this. And so I wouldn't have been able to do it if it weren't for all the people in my life. And
that is very, like, I'm getting a very tribe-centered focus off of that, right? She talked before about herself, but that was more a self-type question. He was asking her about a specific song and whether that dealt with her specific life. And she was like, kind of, but not really. This is a very big tribe, bringing in the tribe as the base for what she does, right? That gives me a very E vibe.
That's the truth. Probably would have tapped out otherwise.
Again, and she's not listing, right? Lists help you to determine whether it is organized or gather, right? She doesn't seem to be listing things at all so far. It's still very early in the interview, but she's not listing things. She's talking about new ideas, right? Changing of perspectives and new ideas. Like, she's bringing in more ideas instead of being stuck in this is the way and this is the one. This is more of a broad scope.
What does tapped out mean? Does it mean not release music again?
Yeah, just bye.
Succumb?
Just bye.
Because you really could at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
One of my questions that I wanted to get to today was, do you picture a moment where you don't release music, you don't act, you don't take part in art?
Of course.
What do you think of when you picture those moments?
Well, I feel like art and all of the creativeness inside of me will have to exist, not necessarily for the world. I don't think that's going to be me right now, but it's something I'm aware of. I mean, I want to get older and have a family and be normal for a bit. But I ain't going anywhere anytime soon, so I'm stuck.
What?
Again, that's giving me more of a gather ideas, right? She's not, like, she gave a very short list right there.
But I ain't going anywhere.
Well, not quite far enough. Let's look.
Have a family and be normal
for
a bit.
She hit 3 points right there. Let's do it again.
Get older. It's going to be me right now, but it's something I'm aware of. I mean, I want to get older and have a family and be normal.
3 ideas, right? Not listed as the best ideas, but brought in as new ideas. This is not something she's doing right now. It's something that she is thinking about in the near future, right? She is contemplating this as new ideas for herself, but she's worried about what the tribe's going to think about that. I'm really digging that. She's also very much, she's giving a direct vibe. She's not chasing rabbit holes. She's not over-explaining. She's answering the questions. She's answering the questions fully. She's answering the questions with meat, right? She's giving the behind, but she's not overextending that. She's not chasing this thought to another thought to another thought. She's gathering the ideas, but she's not chasing after them. So that's giving me a direct vibe. So far we're looking at ideas, we're looking at gather, we're looking at tribe, we're looking at direct, and she appears to be movement, right? We haven't got specific examples of that, but she, like, yeah, we did. The phone call was a very movement thing. Like, there's no way that a T would have done that. In the middle of this propriety right now says that we need to, right now, be focused on this. The T would have had their phone turned off before they went in there. The T would have never even considered answering that phone in the middle of an interview. So that is a very F feel.
For a bit. but I ain't going anywhere anytime soon, so I'm stuck.
What part does music play in your healing process? And for you personally, as a human, does it allow you to reflect? Does it allow you to analyze things you've been through?
Yeah, it's actually, it's something that I've gotten better at over time, being able to write what I'm trying to say and articulate it in the way I feel like it should be said. So, yeah, now it's just a release. You know, I think that with this whole album, I wanted songs to reflect exactly where I was, and it's very different than anything I've released before.
In Lose You to Love Me, you say you saw the signs and you ignored it.
Mm-hmm.
What were those signs?
I mean, you know that feeling, every single human being has had this feeling where you just feel like something's going on.
Okay, that's very tribe-centered. Every single human being has felt this, right? She feels like she is in the middle of the tribe with that statement.
And you don't know. And on the other side of it, you step back and you're like, oh gosh, I totally missed that. And I probably should have caught on, you know, that was going to be something that was going to keep happening to me. And that was just, that's exactly what that means, you know? You're going to go through cycles and you're going to have to break them sometimes yourself. So, you know, they're there. You just choose to see them when you want, and then you ignore them when you want to ignore them.
So these new ideas come and you choose to... Right. That's not organizing things, right? She's not saying, I had this idea, it was the best idea, but it didn't work out. It was I missed this possibility. That's more on the responsibility side of the NE than like the divine side would be, I saw all of these possibilities and there was just too many. I couldn't narrow it down. She's like, you kind of choose between what you're going to do and what you're not. That is more of a parent slot.
But you tend to learn from it.
Yeah, I have to.
So
what
you
else
catch
am I going to
on.
do? Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
So I got a new experience. All right, we're going to jump through this because we're not just here for the show. We're here for her. We want to see specifically her
it's
responses.
beautiful. And the lyrics,
Thank you.
they tell such a vivid story.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like there was a part in your life where you were actually wearing rose-colored glasses and you were seeing the world through this? I don't even know how to describe the perspective.
All right, so I'm leaning towards INFP, right? And she seems to be direct, so that would be a just straight up INFP. And so that would put her with an SI in the child slot. So that would be being defensive over the past experience. This question in particular should be able to help us with this.
For sure. We all do before we get tainted by everything, right? We have...
Again, with the tribe pushback, right? She's kicking it back to the tribe. We all feel this way.
this...
That's very flexible as well. Considering the feelings of others in your response for this, it's going to be flexible.
innocent view of how it all should look like or how it should be. And, you know, slowly throughout the years, things have happened and, you know, it just comes out. It just comes out. And now you just got to deal with it, and you got to deal with it the best way that you can. And, yeah, I don't know. I'm sounding kind of preachy right now.
No.
Okay, not a single list, right? She didn't give a single list in the past experiences at all. But she did talk about the experiences and how they could be good or bad, right? So it seems like that is a somewhat defensive spot for her. She doesn't want to get into it too much because the bad ones are hurtful and the good ones are for her.
Not at all. But it is the truth. You have to deal with it.
Yeah. And I'm I'm a super big advocate for, mental health, taking care of yourself, therapy, dialectical behavior therapy. I believe in all of it so much.
All right, so we have 4 options for new ideas, right? That's listing in a way of the best things in a way, but it is a subset, right? That is used as support for the greater ideas of mental health and how to treat it. Now, she did give specific examples. She did list them, but it was in support of the greater idea there. And that wasn't, I'm narrowing this down for you. This is the best way to go. Going to therapy is the best way to go. Doing this is the best way to go. That's not what she did there. She listed off several different options to help with the idea.
How does therapy help your music? Because I feel like they're different forms of maybe the same thing, right? Because you trust Justin and Julia.
Yeah.
I mean, to come out of those rooms with these records.
I know. And they started with Good For You.
All the way back to 2013, by the way, Julia was on Stars Dance.
That's right. Slow down. Yes.
Come on.
My girl.
Like,
Yeah. No, we have
Tribe, get back.
something magical. It's the coolest feeling to be able to feel so safe and talk about everything that you're wanting to talk about. But yeah, therapy helps big time.
So she's really good in her tribe because she is comfortable with the SI, right? The experience is comfortable because of these people. So that is the SI defensive, not having to be defensive. That is great.
I'm able to dissect things and, all right, go back in time. All right, this is family, this is that. I start having a better understanding of why I react a certain way and why I do things. And, maybe I shouldn't, do certain things as well. And then that helps me write it all out.
So that was an example of getting defensive over the experience.
A certain way and that I start having a better understanding of why I react a certain way and why I do things. And, maybe I shouldn't, do certain things as well. And then that helps me write it all out. So I think it's all important. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Flexible. We're going to give it just another couple of minutes just to get some more confirmations. I want to see if we can get some more confirmation on the ideas, because while I am strongly leaning that way, we don't really have a definitive, it's hard to get definitive on, hey, all these new ideas, right? But that seems to be where we're at with her.
Is it an awareness of who you are and your emotions and your reactions?
Yeah. I just got to be aware of everything. It's just too easy to cloud everything that you're experiencing or feeling. And I've done that for years, for sure, just kind of blocking it out in all the normal ways that everybody does. But then it's there and you can't ignore it.
You got to deal with
Yeah, you do.
it. Ain't going anywhere.
Nope.
You got to flush it,
That's right.
even if it needs a plunger.
That was a good joke, bro.
Weird, but okay.
Bro, you don't get more flexible than that, right? Weird, but okay. I'm good with this new idea. I'm okay with it. I'm going to go ahead and say, all right. I really feel like we're already where we need to be with her. And I really don't, we're not here just to take the video, right? We're here to talk about her and what she's doing. And so she seems to be she is gathering all of these possibilities fairly effortlessly without even really thinking about it. The listing off of the variables seems to be all right. The tribe is the main differentiator here. I was leaning towards INFP, but she's not self, right? She talks about herself, but she's not really self. That's more of her. She is direct and not informative, so that's going to put her on the alternative side of this, right? She has ideas, she is flexible, she is direct, she is tribe, and she is gathered. So she seems to be an ENFP alternate. She's going to look at the possibilities flawlessly. She's going to look at them and see a large scope of them. But the 10% that she misses is really going to bite her in the butt. When she was talking about her experience, that kind of tracks. The FI, the feelings, is what she feels responsible for, and that is her own feelings and standing in her own morals. Some of her choices seem to have led her into a more moral, more firmly moral stance than she was to begin with. She said that she didn't enjoy the experiences that led her on the other path. And so she changed that path to be more of a moral one by taking in these possibilities. She is defensive over the different experiences in her life. Not necessarily in an unhealthy way, because she seems to be very healthy in her stack. But she is remembering the experiences. She is giving back what she considers the best experience, but it is a way to support the main idea of the new idea. She is concerned about other people's thoughts, but she probably has a tendency to miscommunicate them. We didn't see specific examples of that in an interview, but the again with the phone, right? When answering the phone is a very low frequency TE thing, because to the tribe, it is not okay to answer your phone in the middle of an interview. But to her, it was whatever, right? It's a new idea. Let's see. Nobody's done this before. Let's check it out. The heart is going to be the best possibility in guidance. So what she's going to want to do is give people the best idea. The best idea is get mental health. I agree with that. Here are the options to do that. That's what she did. The songs, I'm sure, I don't know her music. I'm not part of music, right? But she seems to be giving back the ideas to the tribe fairly readily. The solar plexus is what really feeds you. So if she is walking in her morals and they align with the tribe, then she's going to feel good. Her tribe supports her in her music. Like, that's the specific example we have. She is very comfortable in that experience, so she doesn't have to be defensive over it. It is moral because it is her choices that are going into it, and she is supported in the ethics for that. So that is why she is so healthy. The current things in exploration is what you intentionally choose the wrong thing, and the argument can probably be made that some of her experiences that she was taking in prior to therapy was a little bit unhealthy, and that's why she's so defensive over them, right? But she's making better choices at the moment, and so we really don't see the SE trickster kicking in right here. The same with the TI base. It is hard from an interview point to judge someone's logic on this. Some specific interviews will give you a better idea of that than others, but entertainment is not really going to be doing that for you. You're not really going to be focusing in that manner, and so she seems to fit this fairly well. Whenever you want to integrate this into yourself, if you identify with her and you would wonder how to fix yourself in this stack, I've done a whole it's over here a whole section just on the ENFP. But if you want to start in your base, you want to firm up your logic, and then you want to explore into new experiences. You want to pick up logical experiences that are going to benefit you and not be the wrong ones. Take small steps and work towards that. Then you work into your feelings, or the future feelings of the ones around you. Expand your tribe a little bit. This is where you're really going to want to pull in some more opinions and some more feelings from the tribe in order to see what they think is ethical. What she's really going to want to do in life is to give people the best possibility. Get better mental health is the best possibility. She seems to be doing it, and she's doing it well. That's why she's successful in this, right? She is making everyone feel good with the FE, which feeds her, and giving them the best idea, which also feeds her. That is what she really wants to do. And so she's doing it. She's probably going to need to work on her TE, which is communicating with the tribe about their rationale. Now, she's not making the logical choices naturally. She seems to be healthy, so she's probably doing that better now. But she probably was not yes-no checking things. And because of that, she wasn't able to push back against the tribe. You just kind of do what the tribe tells you is going to be good. She seems to have stopped doing that from what we've seen in this. We talked about the third eye as being defensive, right? So you have to be less defensive over the things. She seems fairly open and honest and sincere in her understanding of her experiences. Most of the time when you're defensive over it, you're not really understanding it too well, but she seems to be fairly well balanced, and so that's working for her. She's going to want to be responsible for the morals, and she seems to be doing that. She has removed herself from a couple of shady situations that were a little bit less than ethically or morally complete. And she's going to, without even thinking about it, look at these possibilities now. You heard her kick herself behind missing the possibility, and that's because she is so used to seeing all of them that how dare she even miss one. But when you miss that one, that's the one that's going to get you, right? If you're not actually considering the possibilities, then that's the possibility that's going to get you. That's just how that's going to work. Overall, this seems like a good type. She does seem like an ENFP, and so that's where we're going to wrap it up. Hopefully I brought a little bit of enlightenment and not too much confusion to a not too difficult topic. If you understand the basics here, then it's easy to get. And if you don't understand the basics, I have linked up here a infinite integrations playlist that will bring you through the basics so that you can understand it. I know that what I am doing is not in line with other people's MBTI systems, including Myers-Briggs. I am perfectly fine with that. I have changed things for a reason. It is not arbitrary. To the crew, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me, and I am praying for you every single day. Until next time, this has been Pitt. Peace.